ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगं रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगं ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरवशे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधाकांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पितरूपश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम् परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम्। Okay. So we were in second chapter, right? हम second chapter कर रहे थे भगवत गीता गीता का सार and it is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की जय। Okay. So जो चैप्टर है ना, इस चैप्टर में मल्टीपल सेक्शंस हैं। देयर आर 5 सेक्शंस दैट वी हैव 2.1 to 2.10, then 2.11 to 2.30, 2.31 to 38, 39 to 33, 53 and 54 to 72. So we are currently in section number 1, which is Arjuna's further doubts and his surrender, right? So last week हमने एक श्लोक किया था. Somebody remembers what was the श्लोक we have done? 2.1. Anybody remembers? आगे देख लो, आगे भी आ सकते हैं, क्लियर दिख रहा है. Which श्लोक we have done last time? 1 and 2, but 2 we did not complete. Okay, so let's quickly recap. So you can repeat after me. This is the verse we have done. हमने किया था last वाला verse 2.1. संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अस्त्रपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विसीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदन। संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विसीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः। माताजी संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विसीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः। The Prabhuji's.
संजय उवाच
तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विसीदन्तम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः. See, when we recite now, this A and line on A is capital A, bada A. So this is, if we do not have A line on the top of it, this is Tatha. You can see my mouse? Not there. This is Tatha. But since A has the line here, this is Tatha. So Tam Tatha Kripaya Vishtam. Okay? And similarly, you see, this is Vakyam. If you do not have line over A, अगर ए के ऊपर लाइन नहीं होगी तो वो छोटा आ रहेगा. हिंदी में होता है छोटा एंड बड़ा आ. तो ये आपका क्या रहेगा? दिस इज वाक्यम, आ बड़ा आ. सो तम तथा विसीदंतम, लाइक इफ यू रीड दिस, दिस इज अ स्मॉल वी, दिस इज बड़ा ई, बिकॉज देयर इज अ लाइन ओवर आई. ठीक है. सो विसीदंतम इदम वाक्यम उवाच. If there is no line over A, then it is uvach. So this is uvach. Uvach madhu sudana. This is bada U ki matra because there is a line over U. Clear? Okay. Perfect. So translation. So Sanjay ne kaha. Sanjay said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion and very sorrowful, his eyes brimming with tears, Madhusudana Krishna spoke the following words. संजय ने कहा, करुणा से व्याप्त शोक युक्त अश्रुपूरित नेत्रों वाले अर्जुन को देखकर मधुसूदन कृष्ण ने ये शब्द कहे. So last time we saw that Arjuna is still in dilemma कि युद्ध कर किया जाए या युद्ध ना किया जाए. Should I fight or should I not fight? Right? और हमने देखा था कि अर्जुन ने फर्स्ट चैप्टर में 4 प्रॉब्लम्स अर्जुन के सामने थे. कौन कौन से थे? What was the first one? Compassion. Then second,
enjoy the kingdom more.
I will not be able to enjoy enjoyment. ठीक है. थर्ड, fear of sin. अगर मैं मारूंगा तो पाप लगेगा. And what was the fourth one? कुल परंपरा. यानी कि कुल परंपरा क्या हो जाएगी? नष्ट हो जाएगी. Means nobody will be left out, nothing will be left out. Right? So in this chapter हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? वही चीज यहाँ पे हमने बताई है. लास्ट टाइम हमने एक स्टोरी भी डिस्कस की थी कि वन एनालॉजी कि सेविंग द ड्रेस ऑफ ए ड्राउनिंग पर्सन. यानी कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं? अगर आप किसी को बॉडी लेवल पे बचा रहे हो या आप किसी को सोल लेवल पे बचा रहे हो, दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सो वी डोंट नीड टू सेव द कोट ऑफ ए पर्सन, वी नीड टू सेव द पर्सन. दैट इज समथिंग वी हैव टू ऑलवेज रिमेंबर. राइट? सो अगर किसी के पास किसी की सिर्फ बॉडी के लिए होता है ना, दैट इज वी आर सेविंग द ड्राउनिंग पर्सन. दैट इज कॉल्ड शूद्रा. And you are only worried about what? You are only worried about saving the person's body, not his soul. Right? So that is in text 1. And then we also discussed text 2. So आज करेंगे text 2. And that is this. So you can repeat after me. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutasva Kashmalam Idam विस्मे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन. श्री भगवान उवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलम् इदम् विस्मे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरम् अर्जुन. श्री भगवान उवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलम् इदम् विस्मे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरम् अर्जुन. And his Prabhupada please. So if you see second line, it is very difficult to read in Sanskrit because it's a very long line. almost one single word, right? So in these cases you can take help of reading English. If English अगर आप देखोगे ना तो इंग्लिश में आप देखोगे इसको ब्रेक किया गया है, तो what is this? Anarya, then justum, then aswargam, not swargam, aswargam, then akirti karam arjuna. जब आप इसको थोड़ा सा साथ में बोलोगे वो पूरा लाइन बन जाएगा. So anarya justum aswargam akirti karam arjuna. Okay, that's why Prabhupada has given the clear English breakdown so that people like us can read. Otherwise, you have to invest 10 years to read Sanskrit first. Right? That's the beauty of the book, which is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Right? So, any Prabhuji wants to recite?
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Kuttastva kashmalam idam. Visame sampasthitam. Anarjustam asvargyam. Akirti karam arjuna. Any Mataji's? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Kuttastva kashmalam idam. Visame sampasthitam. Anarjustam asvargyam. Akirti karam arjuna. Okay. So let's go word by word. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Who is Shri Bhagavan? Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, right? Kuta. Kuta means where from? कहाँ से आया? त्वा. त्वा मतलब तुम्हारे ऊपर. Unto you. Kashmalam. Kashmalam means होता है गंदगी. So dirtiness. Idam. Idam means this lamentation. Visame. Visame means इस समय पे. At this time of crisis. Samupasthitam means came, arrived at your mind. Anarya. Anarya means people who do not know the value of life. एक होता है आर्य, एक होता है अनार्य. We will see how it came, right? Then next is justum. Justum मतलब practiced by. Aswargyam. Aswarg स्वर्ग होता है और असर्ग होता है. अस्वर्ग मतलब those who do not go to higher planet like स्वर्ग. जो लोग स्वर्ग में नहीं जा पाते. That is अस्वर्ग. Okay? अकीर्ति. अकीर्ति मतलब infamy. कीर्ति होता है, एक अकीर्ति होता है. कीर्ति मतलब आपका यश. अकीर्ति मतलब आपका अपयश. Infamy. Karm. The cause of Arjuna, O Arjuna. So, translation. 1 second. So, translation. The Supreme Person, Bhagavan said, My dear Arjuna, how has these impurities come upon you? They are not all befitting a man who know the progressive value of life. They do not lead to higher planets, but to infamy. तो श्री भगवान ने कहा, हे अर्जुन, तुम्हारे मन में कल्मश आया कैसे? राइट? लाइक इतनी देर से अर्जुन बोल रहा है फर्स्ट चैप्टर में, 6 मंथ हो गए हमें सुनते सुनते, लेकिन भगवान को कोई सिंपैथी नहीं है इससे. ही इज ब्लंट ऑन द फर्स्ट टाइम ही स्पोक एंड ही इज ब्लंट कि तुम्हारे मन में गंदगी आई कैसे? हाउ कैन यू थिंक अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स? राइट? यह उस मनुष्य के लिए तनक भी अनुकूल नहीं है जो जीवन के मूल्यों को जानता हो. इससे उच्च लोगों की नहीं बल्कि अपयश की प्राप्ति होती है. ओके, सो कृष्णा एंड द सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉडहेड आर आइडेंटिकल. तो यहाँ पे संजय क्या बोल रहे हैं? संजय सबसे पहला वर्ड क्या बोलते हैं? श्री भगवान उवाच. राइट? जैसे कोई सेशन होता है ना तो उसका इंट्रोडक्शन दिया जाता है, दिस इज सो एंड सो पर्सन. सिमिलरली जब भगवान इज स्पीकिंग, संजय नोज हु इज भगवान एंड ही इज इंट्रोड्यूसिंग भगवान. राइट? सो भगवान कौन होते हैं? व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ लॉर्ड भगवान? हमने डेफिनेशन पढ़ी थी ना,
जिसके बाद पूरे 6 भाग,
जिनके पास भाग हो. जैसे बलवान के पास बल होता है, धनवान के पास धन होता है, इसी तरह से भगवान के पास क्या होता है? भाग. और कितने भाग हमने डिस्कस किए थे? 6. ये डेफिनेशन किसने दी थी? Who gave this definition? इसीलिए कॉपी पेन लाना जरूरी है. कितने लोग भगवत गीता नहीं लाए हैं आज? 1 2 3 4 5. Please bring Bhagavad Gita. We are coming in the class. We are not coming only in the kirtan. Okay, so उनके फादर. So व्यास मुनि जी के फादर कौन थे? पराशर. राइट? तो पराशर मुनि ने डेफिनेशन दी है. You are a very exalted person. He was himself in the भगवान के अवतार. तो उन्होंने डेफिनेशन दी है. क्या डेफिनेशन दी है? कि कितने कितने भग होते हैं? 6 भग होते हैं। और जिनके पास ये 6 भग इनफाइनाइट अनलिमिटेड क्वांटिटी में होते हैं वो कौन होते हैं? भगवान। ओके, you can write these small things. This will help you to remind that what we are discussing. Okay, so भगवान के 3 स्टेजेस भी होते हैं, 3 तरह से हम भगवान को समझ सकते हैं, राइट। लास्ट टाइम हमने एक श्लोक किया था, इन श्रीमद् भागवतम दिस कम्स एंड यू कैन रिपीट आफ्टर मी। वदन्ति तत्त्वविदस् तत्त्वतं यज्ञानम् अद्वयम् ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवान इति शब्दते। Means the absolute truth is realized in 3 phases of understanding by knower of the absolute truth. All of them are identical. कौन कौन से हैं? एक है ब्रह्मन। ब्रह्मन क्या है? भगवान का तेज, effulgence of Lord. Second is परमात्मा, जो सबके हृदय में रहते हैं, everybody has them in heart. And third is भगवान, right, the भगवान himself, right। तो हमने इसका एग्जांपल देखा था लास्ट टाइम। Anybody remembers what example we have? Yes, thank you माता जी। सन का एग्जांपल, तो we have seen the example of sun, ठीक है ना। सो विच ऑल्सो हैज 3 एस्पेक्ट। जैसे कि एक होता है सनलाइट, हमारे घर में धूप आती है तो क्या बोलते हैं? सूरज आ गया, है ना, सूरज आ गया। बट सूरज एक्चुअली में आता है? अगर सूरज आ जाएगा तो हम नहीं रहेंगे, राइट। सो सूरज हम बोलते हैं आ गया, बट एक्चुअली में क्या है? सूरज की सिर्फ रोशनी आती है, दैट्स द एफिलियंस। तो अगर कोई बोले सूरज ही आ गया, दैट इज नॉट ए रॉन्ग अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बट दैट्स एन इनकम्प्लीट अंडरस्टैंडिंग। तो इसी तरह से जो लोग कहते हैं कि भगवान लाइट है, प्रकाश है, नहीं, वो प्रकाश भगवान नहीं है, भगवान का प्रकाश है, भगवान खुद प्रकाश नहीं है, दैट्स ए ब्रह्मन, राइट। सो दैट इज वन थिंग। सेकंड थिंग इज व्हाट? द सरफेस ऑफ द सन, वी रीच ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द सन। एंड थर्ड इज वी रीच द सन प्लैनेट इटसेल्फ, है ना। तो जैसे अभी हमारे साइंटिस्ट कहाँ जा रहे हैं? मंगल पे जा रहे हैं, मार्स पे जा रहे हैं, और क्या फाइंड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं? लाइफ। तो लाइफ है सन के नहीं है मार्स पे? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू फील लाइफ इज नॉट देयर? रेज योर हैंड्स। देयर इज नो लाइफ ऑन मार्स। स्ट्रेट हैंड्स। ओके, एंड हाउ मेनी फील देयर इज लाइफ ऑन मार्स? देयर इज लाइफ। ओके, एंड हाउ मेनी आर वेटिंग दैट कोई हाथ नहीं उठाएगा तो हम शांति से बैठेंगे?
Not sure.
Not sure. You have created your own category of being not sure. Okay. See, what is the meaning of life? How do you identify life is there or not there?
All living. We refer to all living.
Raise your hand. I will. No right or wrong answer, but I just wanted to listen a perspective. Yes.
If any living things living there,
If any living entities are there,
what are essential things to live, like breathe, oxygen?
okay. Anybody else? Yes. Yes, Mataji.
So I think if Bhagwan has created anything in this cosmos, it just didn't appear. It appeared because the God wanted it to be there. So
हाँ, वो ठीक है, that is philosophy, but
not
how do you identify कि life है कि नहीं वहाँ पे? हमने बोला ना कि life
now,
नहीं है, scientist
all our
बोलेंगे।
life we thought that the stone is dead, but stone is not dead.
Okay.
It is living.
Okay.
For us, in our mortal eyes, it might be dead,
Okay.
but it is surely not dead.
Not dead. Okay. So according to you, life is there.
Life is 100%
Okay.
there.
Anybody else?
I can try that. Which can have a birth, वो जो हम जो 4 चीज जो पढ़े थे, मनुष्य का जो जन्म और
जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि।
growth and वो the aging and then death. If there is some character in that, I mean there is a life. If there is nothing is there, then it's
Okay. Perfect. So जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि है तो लाइफ है। Okay. Then spiritual life में तो कुछ भी नहीं होता तो वो लाइफ नहीं है। I can contradict everybody to provoke you to say something. That's okay. है ना? हम बोलते हैं ना कि जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि नहीं रहेगा अगर आप स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में जाओगे, सोल रहोगे तो प्रॉपर आप वैकुंठ पहुंच गए तो नहीं रहेगा, तो वो भी तो लेकिन लाइफ ना। तो लाइफ का मतलब क्या है? when scientist goes on Mars and say there is no life, what does it mean? How does they see the life?
जैसे बॉडी बनती है 5 तत्व वो होने चाहिए।
अगर 5 तत्व नहीं है तो लाइफ नहीं है।
वाटर।
ओके, देखिए जो हम लोग लाइफ देखते हैं ना, वी सी द लाइफ which has nine things actually. One is Panchbhut, second is Man Buddhi Ahankar, and ninth is soul. Correct? Vinna Prakati Asthada. That is the way we see the life. But scientifically जो साइंस देखता है ना, साइंस सी द लाइफ कि समथिंग इज कमिंग अप, उसमें 6 स्टेजेस होती हैं. समथिंग इज कमिंग अप, समथिंग इज ग्रोइंग, समथिंग इज मेंटेन्ड, something is getting older, and something is getting died. Even in case of plants also the same story goes, right? Even in case of animals also the same story goes, humans also same story goes. That's the way scientists see it, right? But शास्त्र क्या कहते हैं ना, शास्त्र कहते हैं कि लाइफ जो होती है ना, उसके लिए जो 8 कंपोजिशंस है ना, जो मैंने 9 चीजें बताई, उसमें किसी का भी कितना भी परसेंटेज हो सकता है, इंक्लूडिंग 0. सो थिंक फॉर ए मोमेंट कि अगर आपके पास 9 चीज बैलेंस में है, कि आपके पास पंचभूत है, आपके पास मन बुद्धि अहंकार है, और आपके पास सोल तो है ही, बिकॉज सोल इज देयर, दैट्स व्हाई यू आर देयर, तो यू सी यू हैव ए लाइफ. बट अगर कोई बीइंग, कोई क्रिएचर ऐसा है जिसके पास ग्रॉस बॉडी नहीं है, जैसे भूत और प्रेत, दे डोंट हैव लाइफ, दे आल्सो हैव लाइफ. इट्स जस्ट दैट we cannot perceive with our eyes. Right? That is what understanding of scriptures is. So just because you cannot perceive does not mean the life is not there. And this is on those people who are bhoot and pret. But what about those people who are pure soul? They do not have even gross body as well as subtle body also, because everything is spirit now. They also have a life. That's they are in spiritual life completely. So life does not mean, because हम लोग तो वैसे भी नहीं देख सकते ना. हमने बात की थी ना, हमारे अंदर 4 डिफेक्ट्स हैं. What are the 4 defects we have? सारा कोर्स रिवाइज कराना पड़ेगा. Yes? Imperfect senses. Our senses are imperfect. We have limitations, right? जो लोग नहीं बता पा रहे हैं, please keep writing. I'm revising this again. Sorry? Yes, माता जी. Tendency to commit mistakes. हम हमेशा गलती करते हैं. हमारी टेंडेंसी है. देन टेंडेंसी टू चीटिंग, हम चीटिंग करते हैं. कुछ भी कर लो आप, चीटिंग, हम सब चीटिंग करते हैं. दैट्स ह्यूमन बीइंग. एंड व्हाट इज द फोर्थ वन?
All 5 senses are not perfect.
That is first one. We have talked about it. Please, you can sit here.
Everybody is blind.
No, that is a statement Prabhupada passed. Everybody is blind. That is imperfect sense. The fourth one is we have a tendency to get illusioned. Remember now? So because we have 4 defects in the body, हम वैसे भी बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं देख सकते. Forget about spiritually, materially also. Yes, शास्त्र कहते हैं हर प्लेनेट पे लाइफ है. It's just because you cannot perceive with your eyes. In fact, फायर में भी बैक्टीरिया होता है. Scientists have proved very recently that fire has bacteria. Now you think about it, and fire have bacteria. That bacteria is a living entity. If the bacteria is a living entity, the Paramatma will be there with that soul. If the Paramatma is with their soul, it means even in the fire there is a life. If the life is there in the fire, then sun also has life. It means sun is a proper planet, materially also, but there is sun, God also, who resides, who was the deity of that particular place. It means कि हमारे पास कितने सारे प्लैनेट्स हैं, जितने भी प्लैनेट्स हैं, हर प्लैनेट में लाइफ है. बट आप लाइफ को कैसे देख रहे हो कि आपकी ग्रॉस बॉडी वहां सस्टेन करनी चाहिए, पानी होना चाहिए. साइंटिस्ट ऐसे ही देखते हैं ना कि पानी होगा तो लाइफ है ना. बट आप बताओ इस रूम में क्या पानी नहीं है? अगर मैं जंगल में जाऊं, वहां पे एक भी पानी का कोई सोर्स नहीं है, तो क्या पानी नहीं होता वहां पे? एयर में भी पानी होता है. साइंटिस्ट हैव प्रूवन. अगर आप मेरे ऑफिस में अगर आप जाओगे तो जहाँ पे हम लोग कैब से जाते हैं, बस से उतरते हैं, वहाँ पे पीने की एक मशीन लगे पानी पीने की. एंड दैट मशीन इज मेड एयर टू वाटर. इवन आवर इंडियन आर्मी आल्सो हैज सम ऑफ दीस मशीन्स इन ग्लेशियर एंड इन जम्मू कश्मीर हायर प्लेन, वेयर दे हैव lot of moisture in the air, and the machine pulls the water from where? Air. So just because we cannot see, we say water is not here. Water is there. Forget spiritually. If you don't believe also, then also fine. But scientifically we proven it. Then if scientifically proven, then also spiritually also the same thing is written on it. That is just because we cannot perceive something does not mean it is not there. It is there It is very well there. We cannot feel. The reason is that we have four defects. We have imperfect senses, and we have second, tendency to cheat. Third, bound to commit mistakes, and fourth, to get illusion. And this body, which is given to humans, is given with these four defects. So anybody who is very proud of any of this, you can immediately prove it. हमारे घर में डिबेट हो रही थी, आईसाइट चेक कर रही कि अरे भाई गोलू बोलती है, अर्शु बोलती है मेरी आंखें तो बहुत अच्छी, गोलू बोलती है नहीं नहीं मुझे भी ज्यादा नंबर नहीं है, 0.25 का है, राइट? बट एनीबडी हु क्लेम्स मेरी आंखें तो बहुत अच्छी हैं, मैं चश्मा भी नहीं लगा इतनी एज में, यू कैन आस्क कितनी अच्छी हैं. देयर इज अ लिमिटेशन फॉर एवरीथिंग, एंड दैट इज व्हाई दिस बॉडी इज गिवन. सो वी शुड नॉट बी वेरी मच प्राउड ऑफ दिस बॉडी कि हमको बहुत अच्छा, वी आर हेल्दी, हैप्पी एंड ऑल. देयर इज अ लिमिटेशन, यू आर लिविंग विद दिस लिमिटेशन. And if you get proud at any moment, these are cut down by scriptures to keep you grounded and show you the reality. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जो sun planet की बात हो रही है ना, when you actually go to sun planet, that's meaning meeting real sun god. And sun and moon and Indra and Vayu, all these devtas are not the names, they are the positions. I told earlier also. But Bhagavan is an eternal position. Bhagwan is eternal, eternally situated. It's not a position also. Okay, so one who understands sun surface is further advanced, and one who enters the sun is actually the highest. अगर आप सन की एनालॉजी में देखो तो जो लोग ब्रह्मन को समझते हैं ना, they have incomplete understanding. बट जो लोग परमात्मा तक जाते हैं वो योगी होते हैं, जो अष्टांग योगी होते हैं. आप देखोगे हिमालय पे बहुत सारे योगी बैठे रहते हैं. They reach only up to परमात्मा. They can realize the soul within, the परमात्मा within along with the soul. But एक devotee जो होता है ना, भक्त जो होता है ना, he understands the Bhagwan himself. That is the highest position that is given. Okay, so let's read the further. So ordinary students who are satisfied by simply understanding the sun sign, its pervasiveness and glaring effulgence of impersonal nature may be compared to those who realize the Brahman feature of the absolute truth. And further, who have advanced can know the sun disk, sun का surface. और जो आगे जानते हैं वो क्या समझते हैं, which is compared to the knowledge of the Paramatma, right? And what is the last? And the students who can enter the heart of the sun planet is compared to those who realize the personal feature of Supreme Lord. जो भगवान को सही में समझते हैं, those are the people. Okay, so therefore bhakta means who? Devotees of the Lord, or the transcendentalists who have realized the Bhagwan feature of the absolute truth are the topmost transcendentalists, right? All the students who are engaged in the study of absolute truth are same of the subject matter. So ये तीनों चीजें, you cannot separate these three things. जैसे कि सन को सनलाइट से सेपरेट नहीं कर सकते, they are together. If you want to say दिन है कि रात है, तो आप बाहर देखोगे सनलाइट दिखेगी तो आप immediately declare कर दोगे कि डे है. अगर अंधेरा दिखेगा तो आप बोलोगे रात है, right? So what does that mean? That you cannot separate these things, but in actuality they are separate, but you cannot separate, they are one again. So similarly, these three things, which are what? Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, they are the same thing, but there is a difference in stages of understanding. Clear? Okay, okay, so let's go further. So जो भगवान है, हमने भक्त की बात की. Anybody remembers the shloka? We have told shloka also. Parashar Muni gave a shlok. Anybody remembers the shlok? कि 6 भक्त कौन कौन से हैं? ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य, speak after me. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य धर्मस्य यशस्व श्रियः, धर्मस्य यशस्व श्रियः ज्ञानवैराग्यौश्चैव सन्नाम भगवान निश्चिता. सो क्या कहते हैं कि 6 ऑपुलेंस होते हैं. देयर आर 6 ऑपुलेंसेस. कौन कौन से? ऐश्वर्य. किसी को याद है कौन कौन से ऑपुलेंसेस होते हैं? ब्यूटी, वेल्थ, फेम, पावर, नॉलेज एंड रिनाउंसिएशन, है ना? ये 6 होते हैं. right? जैसे कि ब्यूटी, anybody can claim I am the most beautiful, right? But does he have all six things? Maybe कोई बहुत beautiful है but उसके पास पैसा नहीं है ना? या किसी के पास बिल गेट्स के पास बहुत सारा पैसा नहीं है, लेकिन हो सकता है पैसा है बहुत सारा लेकिन उसके पास ब्यूटी नहीं है या उसके पास पावर नहीं है, राइट? खली, a very good built person Indian में जो है, या माइक टाइसन, he can say I have a lot of power but maybe he is not the wealthiest person. तो आप दुनिया में देखोगे ये सारी चीजें ना किसी एक आदमी के पास बहुत सारी नहीं है, एंड बट सबके पास थोड़ा थोड़ा है. वी ऑल्सो हैव सम नॉलेज, वी ऑल्सो हैव सम फेम, कुछ कुछ लोग तो हमें जानते हैं. वी ऑल्सो हैव some wealth, right? We also have some renunciation also. हम जाते हैं तो दान पुण्य करते हैं, कहीं कुछ दान देते हैं, किसी को हेल्प करते हैं, right? So we have renunciation feature also. But भगवान कौन है? जिनके पास ये 6 चीजें इनफाइनाइट है. That is Krishna. You see the beauty of the Krishna, so beautiful, right? And then what is knowledge? His knowledge only we are reading Bhagavad Gita. This is the right real knowledge. He is Jagat Guru, right? Renunciation. He have left everything at one point of time. He has taken the most humble position of becoming a सारथी. भगवान को क्यों सारथी बनना था? वो तो ये भी बोल सकते थे, अर्जुन whenever you need help I will come to युद्ध भूमि and I will help you and go back. But he said no. What? Tell me what you want. He said you become my guide, you become my सारथी. And he said okay, no problem. So he has renunciation also, right? He is famous. Everybody in the world knows, and beyond the world also, right? So he has everything in infinite form, right? So because he has everything in a very infinite quantity, he is Bhagwan. But जीव के पास भी सारी चीजें होती हैं, right? The only difference is the difference of quantity and quality. So everybody has the quality, but the quantity of everything is different. In Jiva it is very much minute, in God it is infinite. So अगर कोई क्लेम करता है ना आपको, if anybody claims कि मैं भगवान हूँ, आप सीधे से पूछ सकते हो भगवान हो तो आपके पास 6 चीजें इनफाइनाइट होनी चाहिए. That's the definition शास्त्र. Otherwise you cannot claim. जो क्लेम करते हैं कि भगवान है, टीवी पे आते हैं ना, जब उनके दांत में दर्द होता है ना तो they cannot even bear that pain of the teeth also, right? That tells you are not the God. You cannot handle even this small pain of the teeth, है ना? So we have to be very careful whom we call भगवान. हर किसी अरे गैरों को भगवान नहीं बोल सकते. हम लोग बोल देते हैं ना भगवान ये भगवान वो भगवान, किसी ने जान बचा ली तो आप मेरे लिए भगवान हो. No, भगवान is a different, altogether different eternal person. Okay, he can be helping, he can be a person sent by Bhagwan himself to help you, but he is not the Bhagwan. You have to understand that. Okay, perfect. So we have clearly talked about who is Devi and Devta. So now we also know that Krishna is the source of all Devi and Devtas, and he is the eternal Bhagwan. So let's go further. So therefore it is concluded in Brahma Samhita by Lord himself that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and no one is equal or above him. He is the primal Lord, Bhagwan, known as Govinda. And this is the verse that comes in Brahma Samhita, and you can repeat after me. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Anand Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण, यानी परम कृष्ण ही ईश्वर हैं. सच्चित आनंद विग्रह, अनादिर आदिर गोविंदा, सर्व कारण कारण, यानी he is the cause of all causes. Whatever is happening, the root cause is that he is not. Okay, जैसे आपने ट्रेन देखी है, या किसी आपकी ट्रेन की किसी बोगी में बैठे हुए हो एंड ट्रेन चल रही है, तो who is pulling the train? Who is pulling the coach you are sitting? No, the coach next to it is pulling you, and the another coach is pulling further. But eventually, who is pulling all this? Engine, right? So जब हम अपनी लाइफ में भी देखते हैं ना, any reason, सर्व कारण कारणम, it's a very deep line. If you see clearly, anything and everything that is happening in your life is happening for a reason, and that reason may be because of your karma and the situation you have created for yourself by your karmas. And that is his laws of nature. And laws of nature are controlled by whom? Lord. So for every reason, what is the reason? Your karma. For that karma, what is the reason? Maybe material modes of nature. And that nature is controlled by whom? Lord. Bhagavan. Krishna. So that's why it is called Sarva Karan Karanam. सारे कारणों के आप ही कारण. But it doesn't mean कि कुछ अच्छा हो गया तो मेरा मेरा ऐसा होता है ना, कुछ अच्छा हुआ तो मैंने किया, कुछ खराब हुआ तो भगवान, ये अच्छा नहीं हुआ, आपको ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, राइट? यू क्रिएटेड द प्रॉब्लम. एक बार मैं ऐसे क्लास ले रहा था तो नेक्स्ट क्लास में मुझे कोई बोला कि प्रभु जी आपने बोला था सर्व कारण कारण, मैंने हाँ बोला था, तो बोले मेरे साथ लास्ट वीक ये बुरा हुआ एंड आई थॉट ये भगवान ने किया. वाई? बिकॉज सर्व कारण कारण, जो कारण जो मेरे साथ गलत हो रहा है वो उनके कारण तो वही है. मैंने कहा ये तो वो हो गया ना, ब्लेम करने वाली बात होगी ना. हम लोग कैसे करते हैं ना कि हम लोग जैसे अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई तो पहले हम सामने वाले को ब्लेम करते हैं, तुम्हारी वजह से ऐसा हो गया, ठीक है. अगर वो तुम्हारा वाला कुछ भारी पड़ गया उल्टा तो फिर ऐसे बॉस को नहीं बोलते कि आपकी वजह से गलती हो गई, नहीं बोलते ना. बॉस को बोलते हैं ठीक है इट्स माय मिस्टेक आई विल इम्प्रूव, है ना. अगर मन भी नहीं मान रहा तो भी बोलते हैं इट्स माय मिस्टेक आई विल इम्प्रूव, क्योंकि वहां पे हमारा सेल्फिशनेस रहता है ना. हाँ वही, बॉस की गलती होती है तो भी हम बोलते हैं क्योंकि हमारा सेल्फिशनेस है, वहां पे जॉब चला जाएगा, प्रमोशन नहीं होगा, राइट, पैसे नहीं बढ़ेंगे. सो बिकॉज वी आर सेल्फिश देयर, but that doesn't mean we go and fight you are the wrong and I am telling the truth. You don't do even that, even humbly also you don't do that, right? लेकिन जब आपका बस नहीं चलता तो क्या करते हो, किसी और पर ब्लेम करते हो. जब आप किसी को ब्लेम नहीं कर पाते तो क्या कहते हो, भगवान तुमने किया हो, बिकॉज यू नो भगवान आके नहीं तुमसे आर्ग्यू करेंगे. That's the way we start blaming somebody else. But actually we have to understand कि सर्व कारण कारणम होते हैं. ये पता है शास्त्र यहाँ तक बोलते हैं कि चार तरह के, I'll not go deeper but I'll just touch it. शास्त्र कहते हैं चार तरह के ऋण होते हैं आपके ऊपर. उसमें से एक कष्ट का ऋण भी होता है. कष्ट का, इसलिए आपने किसी को कष्ट दिया वो एक ऋण रह जाता है, तो अगले जन्म में आपके आसपास वाले उसमें से बन के आते हैं. आपके सगे संबंधी, आपके पुत्र, आपके पौत्र, आपके वाइफ, आपके पिता, ये सारे लोग जो है ना, they are connected to you from previous lives only. If not immediate, then long previous lives, and they have come here to settle the accounts. Huh?
How to settle that account?
Mother is interested in how to settle the account. Okay, right?
Suffering, I think. You have to suffer.
Suffering तो है इस वर्ड में, suffering तो anyway है.
Accept the suffering.
Accept the suffering. Okay. So अभी कोई बोले जा रहा है तो आप सुन लो भाई, ठीक है भाई मेरी गलती है, चलेगा. See, we will see the laws of karma very deep in the third chapter, but we have to understand the conditions in which we are put are here for a reason. It's not by accident, it's not by chance. अंबानी का बेटा भी अंबानी के घर में पैदा हुआ तो, या कोई भी अंबानी के घर में पैदा हुआ अंबानी का बेटा है तो he has his karmas, that's why Ambani is his father. Okay, everything is here by according to the laws of karma. Nothing is beyond it. You cannot escape. Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says that you have to answer every word you speak, every action you take, every thought that you bring. You have to answer for it. You cannot be spared. If you think कोई नहीं देख रहा है, you are an illusion. The nature is capturing everything, every moment, every second, what we are doing. And you have to answer for everything, good or bad, doesn't matter. So be careful. That is what it says, right? So there are many personalities possessing the qualities of a Bhagwan, but Krishna is the supreme personality because none can excel him. He is the supreme person and his body is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. He is the primeval God and cause of all causes. So how he is cause of all causes? We will see slowly deeper, but this is what Shastra says. Yeah.
So for the thoughts, right, we don't have any control over the thoughts come automatically. How do we answer them?
You can control thoughts also.
How, I mean, the thoughts that get generated.
Yes, people have practiced over years to divert the thoughts in a proper way so that the right thought comes.
So basically you can divert it, you can't control.
You can't control it. Like,
See,
the thought is coming.
you can do both, but something will stick, something will not. It's like, can I take one paper and can I take two steel particles and connect them by a gum? I can. But will they stick for a long? May or may not be. Similarly, you can control mind, but will it be controlled for a long time? Not necessary. Diversion, can you divert for a long time? May or may not be. But that positive diversion can help you to generate the right thoughts with practice for a long time. That's possible. These Rishi Muni have practiced it. We as a human also can do it. It's not impossible. And that is why we are given this book. We have to understand that we all being have been there for a long time. हो सकता है आप में से कुछ लोग सूर्यदेव हो पिछले जन्म में, कोई इंद्रदेव हो, maybe I am a cat or dog in the previous birth, but then in this birth we are all humans, so everybody has settled their account. आप इंद्र हो गए, हो सकता है आप में से कोई सूर्यदेव हो, and you have done passed all your time, exhausted all your punya karma and came back to earth. And I was a pod, cat or maybe some animal, and I also took the human birth. Our karmas are now settled and we are at the same place now. Doesn't matter, there is no difference at all.
So when the person is born, everybody is equal.
Yes, you are all equal. We are all equal with equal intelligence and things, but our intelligence is covered by the illusion. It is like you have a mirror. You go and buy a mirror, and madam goes and buy a mirror. Mataji goes and buy a mirror. We both buys a mirror from a same shop, but the mirror you buy, it has dust on it, and the mirror she buys, it has no dust. It's clean. But when you both open, you says it's not a mirror. Something is wrong here. But she can clearly see. Why are those not mirror? They both are mirror. But the only thing is, one has dust over it, one doesn't have dust over it. So everybody is given the same intelligence, same mind, similar body, not same body because otherwise everybody will look same, the face, similar body, but some people have some other thoughts, some people have some other thought based on the karmas, sanskar, environment they are grown into. That is the difference. But can't we become pure? We can always become pure slowly by the practice of these things. It is possible. This part is clear. Like as a class mein hota hai na, if you see, the opportunity to everyone is same. All students are taught the same thing. ऐसा नहीं कि पीछे वाले बच्चों को बोलते हैं तुम ये लाइन मत सुनना. सबको सेम सुनाया जाता है, सेम बुक्स मिलती है, सेम ड्रेस मिलती है, सेम टाइम पे क्लास होती है, सेम वेकेशन होती है, सेम एग्जाम होता है, सेम क्वेश्चन दिए जाते हैं, सिमिलर लेवल पे एवल्यूएशन होता है. बट somebody get more marks, somebody gets less marks. Why? Based on the level of sincerity they have in the class. यहाँ पे भी आप देखोगे कुछ लोग बहुत सारी सेवा करते हैं, कुछ लोग कोई सेवा नहीं करते क्लास में, कुछ लोग रेगुलर डोनेशन करते हैं, कुछ कम करते हैं, कुछ बिल्कुल भी नहीं करते हैं, कुछ लोग हर क्लास में आते हैं, कुछ लोग हर क्लास में नहीं आते, कुछ लोग क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, कुछ लोग बिल्कुल नहीं पूछते हैं, कुछ लोग भगवद गीता पढ़ते हैं, कुछ बिल्कुल नहीं पढ़ते हैं. So based on your sincerity only you will grow. But I am not discriminating that you listen this, you do not listen this, right? So the knowledge is same for everyone. It is the matter of your sincerity. शास्त्र कहते हैं कि जो नॉलेज होता है ना, जो स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज होता है ना, that is always based on the sincerity of a receiver. Always. Guru के ऊपर कोई responsibility नहीं है. He has a duty to do, but he will not be held accountable if you do not get it, right? But if you are sincere, you will anyway get it. So it depends on the sincerity कि आप कितना sincere हो. If you are regular and sincere in listening, done. जैसे हम chanting भी करते हैं ना, तो कई लोग कहते हैं हम chanting करते हैं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, लेकिन हमको बस करते हैं जल्दी से खत्म हो जाए. मेरे 3 राउंड हैं, 2 राउंड हैं, आज के खत्म हो जाए. मेरे 10 राउंड हैं, आज के खत्म हो जाए. कैसे भी we see the time also multiple times. घड़ी दिखती है ना घड़ी कि अभी अरे हमें 4 राउंड करने हैं, काफी टाइम हो गया, जल्दी करते हैं. हम खाना खाते हैं तो घड़ी नहीं देखते. ओ इतना सारा राइस खाना है, इतना सारा पकवान खाना है, तो हम घड़ी देखते नहीं 5 मिनट हो गए, नहीं खाना चाहिए. जब हम सोते हैं तो घड़ी नहीं देखते. But when we chant we see, because we are not finding that taste, but it will come, don't worry. So similarly we have to remember that our sincerity will bring the knowledge to us, our sincerity will bring the God to us also. That is the only difference. Okay, so let's read the purport further. So in Bhagavatam there are many incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Krishna is described as the original personality of Godhead, right? And you can repeat after me. This is the shloka that is there. एते चांस कला पुंसा कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं इंद्रारी व्याकुलं लोकम
Indrani Vyakulam Lokam
पृथ्यन्ति युगे युगे।
Vrijyante Yuge Yuge.
सो भगवान क्या कहते हैं, एते चाम्स कला पुंसम कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं, यानी भगवान कौन है, स्वयं कृष्ण ही भगवान है, इट इज कंफर्म। So in this batch, like I think Princy Mataji has Bhagavatam, Prabhuji has taken Bhagavatam yesterday, right? He has received Bhagavatam. So this Prabhuji, this is 1.3.28. So you have the Bhagavatam you received. It has multiple canto. In that, this is third canto. Sorry, first canto. This is third chapter, 28 shloka. So if you open the book that you have received yesterday from Nirendra Prabhuji, you will find the shloka there. What it means? It means is all the list of in the incarnation of Godhead submitted here is either, this is important, either the plenary expansion or parts of plenary expansion of Supreme Head, but Krishna is the Lord himself. यानी बाकी सारे लोग या तो कौन है, plenary expansion है या उनके parts हैं, but who is the Lord himself, the Lord there, right? So that is what something we have to understand, that all are parts and extension of Krishna. So Sanjay is very clever here. Sanjay is very clear also. Not clever, but it's very clear कि who is भगवान. और ये संजय को ये नॉलेज कहाँ से आ रहा है, through his guru, because his guru has told एते चाम्स कला पुंसम कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं. This is the knowledge is already captured, right? So when somebody claims something ना, in spirituality, ask questions. कहाँ लिखा है, यहाँ लिखा है, this is it is written. That's why I'm giving you all the shlokas also, so that you can possibly understand and have faith that yes, this is written properly and this is the truth. Okay, now so अभी श्लोक पे आते हैं. तो श्लोक क्या बोलता है, therefore Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, right? Now श्लोक बोलता है कुतस्त्वा, कुतस का मतलब कहां से आया, यू हैव बीन विथ मी ऑल द टाइम. जैसे कि अर्जुन जो है ना, वो भगवान के पार्षद हैं, भगवान की हर लीला में जाते हैं उनके साथ. तो बोल रहे हैं कुतस्त्वा, तुमको ये डर्टीनेस आई कहां से, हाउ यू हैव डेवलप्ड इट. कस्मलम इदम, कस्मलम मींस इग्नोरेंस. हाउ डिड यू गेट दिस इग्नोरेंस, राइट? जैसे आपका बच्चा का कोई वेरी डिफरेंट बात करे किसी दिन, तो आपको लगेगा तुमने सीखा कहां से, हाउ डिड यू कैप्चर दिस, यू आस्क इमीडिएटली. Why? Because you wanted to know what is the source of this problem, right? So he's saying that you are not the ordinary man. Then why this illusion is coming into your mind? भगवान ये से बोल रहे हैं. And विस्मय समुपस्थितम, at this critical hour of battle, what you should stand and fight, but what are you doing? Anarya justam aswargam, right? Anarya मतलब you are behaving like not an Aryan. Now who is Aryan?
Noble person.
Noble person. What is the meaning of Aryan? Aryans, पहले जैसे हम लोग सुनते थे ना, Aryan civilization. Aryan means a very civilized person, and the society of that is basically Aryan society means a society that is based on spiritual realization. That is Aryan society, right? But again, this word is very much misunderstood today. आजकल लोग उल्टा समझते हैं आर्यन को, right? In the bodily concept of life, they think it is a race or jati. Do you remember anybody who is a very famous or infamous person who was in misconception of this word, an Aryan or Aryan? Hitler. How?
Because he obviously had some broken knowledge about our civilization, and he actually thought or believed all his life that we were the original people who got the scriptures and took it to all parts of the world, and they are the original Aryans.
Not based on the
The
scriptures.
race.
You're right. Hitler was the person.
Right.
So Hitler was thinking that Germans are the Aryans.
Yeah.
They are the highest civilized people of the world. All other people do not deserve to be in this world.
Right.
So especially he killed Jews. Right? He killed all other people who are he himself, and he thought Germans are the only Aryan people and rest all are non-Aryan. So this gave the fascist philosophy. Right? So on the bodily conception, you may assume that anybody born in the Brahmin family is Aryan. No, but that's wrong. Aryan Arya or Anarya depends on the spiritual understanding. Today, most of the population that we see is Anarya. Most of the population is Anarya, right? Because why? Because they do not understand the spiritual principles. That's why they are what? They are Anarya. So यहाँ पे भगवान क्या कहते हैं? Read the second line of the verse. Anarya justam aswargam. Anarya. You will not be Arya. You are behaving like an Anarya. Right? So यहाँ Prabhupada क्या कहते हैं? Such unlabeled sentiments were never realized from a person belonging to civilized class of men as an Aryan. So Aryan is applicable to the person who knows the value of life and civilization based on spiritual realization. So if you see India, India was originally called what? Bharatvarsha, right? So actually not India. This whole planet Earth was actually Bharatvarsha, है ना? And but in due course of time, India was referred as Bharat, and then later they changed the name to what? India. And there are other small places also came up like Europe, America, Australia, Japan. All these also came. So everybody assumed they are Aryans, and rest all are not non-Aryans, right? But same Aryan culture could not be maintained by everyone because the distance between those places, है ना? जैसे अगर आप एक जगह पे रहते हो और आपके रिलेटिव्स या ब्रदर दूसरी जगह पे रहते हैं, maybe the culture of both the families will change slowly because you are not very much connected to each other now. And that's why पुराने जमाने में जब एक साथ लोग रहते थे ना, joint family, then the culture is used to be same. Even if whatever happens in home is home happens, but at the same time, at least home culture was same in every person of the family. That is what we have seen. So Aryan culture means what? Varnashram dharma, Sanatan dharma, based on the Upanishad and Puranas that we have. And gradually it was lost because of the distance, you know, and they all develop different things, right? So you will see, like, even for example, if you see in Hyderabad, you see somebody speaking Hindi, and you will see somebody speaking Hindi in UP also. Both are Hindi, but some difference will be there, right? And that is there. Why? Because of the different places. Similarly, in the culture also, the countries are far apart, then the culture will be little different because they have developed something else, right? And that is based on their own speculation, not on the Shastras. If two students read 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 in Hyderabad, and 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 2 in somewhere in Delhi, and 2 plus 2 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 in US also, what will happen? The understanding of that concept of 1 plus 1 becomes 2 is same. Why? Because they are following something which is a standard written in a authorized copy of mathematics, and they all follow that. But if somebody says 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 and some other country say 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, it's all going to be mess. So if you follow scriptures, that is the right thing to do. Everybody will develop the right understanding of become Aryan. But that's not the case. That's why there is a gap. So Bhagwan क्या कहते हैं? Anarya justam aswargam. And gradually, why these places happened? Why these so many continents came? So if you know Parashuram killed Kshatriyas many times. 21 times he killed all the Kshatriya from this earth. And what happened? The culture began happening in separate places. अलग-अलग जगह पे अलग-अलग culture आने लगा. And then इसी तरह से सारी जगह पे language भी अलग-अलग evolve हो गई. And all languages are coming from only one language, that is Sanskrit. Every other language is coming from Sanskrit only. Earlier, Sanskrit was the only language. We are reading Bhagavad Gita in English, but actually Bhagavad Gita was spoken in Sanskrit because Sanskrit was the only medium of communication in the previous times. पुराने ज़माने में संस्कृत ही बोली जाती थी. तो सारे लोग अलग-अलग जगह. यहाँ पे हमने एक बात की थी, एक बुक की, महाभारत मिथ और रियलिटी. याद है आप लोगों को? एक मैंने बुक दिखाई थी एक बार, चक्रपाणी प्रभु ने लिखी है वो. अगर आप उस बुक को देखोगे ना, उसमें एग्जैक्टली बताया है किस कंट्री का नाम संस्कृत में कहाँ से आया और यहाँ की लैंग्वेज भी कैसे इवॉल्व हुई. एंड व्हाट आर द प्रूफ इवन टुडे? व्हाट आर द प्रूफ ऑफ Dwarka? What are the proof of Mahabharata? What are the different proofs? Physical proof are available. When some people say, "No, Mahabharata हुआ ही नहीं," they can be shown that too and told, "No, it is not a myth; it is a history." Okay, that's the difference, right? So इसी तरह से हमारे अगर आप देखोगे तो there is a great myth taught in our school also. What that we are taught ke Mohenjo-daro is there, Harappa civilization is there. They are the low caste civilizations, right? And Aryan attacked us in India. No, Aryan did not invaded India. Aryan went out of India in other places of the world. That's the reality. Because we all were in the spiritual realization, we all were Aryans at that point of time. So Aryan were actually sitting here and they went out. So they did not, nobody invaded. So Aryan, if you Google also, there is a lot of theories. Aryan, you might have read in your school time also, Aryan invading theory. No, Arya did not invaded here. Mughals invaded here. And they were also at one point of time, they were Aryan only, who went out from here, spoiled the culture, created something on their own, and they, right? Even अगर आप भगवत गीता देखोगे, there is no word called Hindu. No, full Bhagavad Gita, there is no word Hindu. We are all Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal, as a soul. And it's not nothing related to Puja Path and all. People relate it to Bhagavad Gita to Hinduism. No, it is actually the science of life. It is the real thing that people should understand. Who are we? We are a soul. We are not this body. And that is what second chapter will keep telling us, right? So because people don't have understand of Shastras, this all is happening. And now many historians are coming exactly to clarify this, and they are against all these wrong theories also. And they are doing this with their scholarly work of finding the proofs, writing the research paper, giving the tales in a detailed form to prove that these theories are wrong. They should not be taught also. In India, it is happening now. Yes.
When you say soul and jiva, they're separate. So, jiva and soul are separate.
Spiritually, they're same. One soul is one jiva. One jiva is nothing but a soul. You are a soul. You're not this body, but a covering is given to you to stay in this world. Okay.
So the suffering is always to the jiva or to the soul?
Suffering is always okay. Suffering happens. Soul को कुछ नहीं होता है. Soul doesn't feel it. It happens to the body. So you are suffering because you have taken this body. Even if you have not taken this body, then also you will suffer because you have the subtle body. So हम कहते हैं ना, even soul is bounded by subtle body. Subtle body is bounded by this physical body. Right? That is there. So when your body pains, you forget that I am a soul. अभी pain हो रहा है, मुझे दवाई चाहिए. I want medicine.
But we always think that we are body. That's why.
That's the whole problem.
If we think we are soul, we don't care about sufferings, right?
Yes, many people don't suffer. Even in this living in this body itself, if you have that consciousness all the time, I am a soul, your suffering will reduce. Your suffering will reduce. And that is why when people say, na, Bhagavad Gita padhne ke baad I am feeling peace. They are not feeling peace immediately because of I told something. Because they understand who they are. And because of that understanding, they can relate what is happening, why it is happening. And because of that, they are detached from the situation, people, and problems. And then they are able to look the right thing, and their brain works, intelligence works, and they feel things controlled and peaceful. There is proper logical chain of this. This is not just because I read two shlokas, I am feeling happy. No, it's not that. There is a logical reasoning around it. That is why you feel happy and you feel peace. Right? कभी भी आपको सोचो, think about it. That if you feel that you have lost something, let's say I have lost 500 rupees, 500 रुपए गिर गए मेरे, right? And I'm लगता है ना, जब किसी के पैसे गिर जाते हैं तो क्या लगता है सबसे पहले? फिर थोड़ी देर लगता है 500 रुपए का ये कर सकते थे, 500 रुपए का वो कर सकते थे, आता है ना दिमाग में इमीडिएटली. वो इतने पैसे चले गए, इसका ये भी कर सकते थे, वो भी कर सकते थे, करते नहीं चाहे अलग बात है, लेकिन कर सकते थे, दिमाग में आता है, राइट? लेकिन अगर आप थोड़ी देर सोचो कि जब आप पैदा हुए थे तो आप 500 रुपए लेके आए थे क्या? From where you got it? Here only. From where you lost it? Here only. It's not related to you anyway. Based on some qualification that is given by this world, you earned that money and lost it. How does it matter? Then you will feel peaceful. Okay, it's not me. So when you actually try to control these things now, you feel pain. And that pain is actually not to soul. That pain is to mind. And why that pain is there? Because the attachment of that item to you. thinking you are a body. But if you think soul cannot attach anything to it, you will not feel that pain at all. But that doesn't mean I don't control things. I will have things in my control, but I have to understand I am a soul, I'm not the body. And I will make a plan and execute accordingly. But result doesn't come according to me. I have to understand that results are not in my control. What doing things are in my control.
Just it's only the mind should understand that it is a soul, right? And because soul cannot understand soul, it's the mind that has to know.
Yes, mind. That's why we are all we have intelligence and mind. That's why we're sitting here. No? That's why we are listening and understanding. You're right. You have to understand that part. And we will keep repeating this. We will always keep repeating this. So simply by calling Arya Samaj, nobody becomes Arya. This Samaj doesn't become Arya, right? Because Arya Samaj, I don't want to comment on to all these things, but just by negating the existence of God, you don't become Arya Samaj. You have to accept the existence of God, and then you become R. You develop those quality, and then things improve, right? So what Krishna says, Anarya Justam Aswargam. How does it becomes? You do not become an Aryan. You should know your duties as a Kshatriya and you should fight. That's the message is giving. And finally, this will not help in your spiritual progress. You will get Aswarg. अभी आप बोलोगे प्रभु जी कृष्णा अर्जुन को अस्वर्ग क्यों बोल रहे हैं, स्वर्ग क्यों बोल रहे हैं, हमें तो स्वर्ग के बियॉन्ड जाना है, वैकुंठ जाना है, राइट? मगर यहाँ स्वर्ग का मतलब लिटरली स्वर्ग भी है और नहीं भी है इसलिए क्योंकि ही इज टेलिंग इफ यू डू द राइट थिंग्स यू विल गेट द हायर प्लैनेट्स, और नहीं इसलिए भी है कि ही इज सेइंग बॉस if you do not do your duty you are not worthy of some right positions, right? And then he says akirti karam Arjuna, you will get apayas, you will not get good. And finally this will not help, so people will actually criticize you and they will not like you, and that is what the next instruction that Lord Krishna gives Arjuna, and we will see further. Okay, so Lord Krishna, he spoke about impurities, and I have summarized the slides here. I think we have discussed this enough, so let's move to next look. Text 2.3, and you can repeat after me. Klabhyam ismagamah partha Naitattva upapadyate Chudram hridayam daurbalyam Taktvotisthita parantapa. Kabalyam means impotence, right? Ma, do not. Isma, take it. Gamah, go in. Partha means son of Partha. Pritha किसका नाम था? कुंती का another नाम पृथा था, तो पार्थ नाम पड़ा किसका? अर्जुन का, right? ना, never. एतत्, like this, इसकी तरह. त्ययि, unto you. उपपद्यते, is befitting, यानी आपको सूट नहीं करता है. क्षुद्रम मतलब very small, right? हृदय, heart. दौर्बल्यम मतलब weakness, कमी, कमजोरी. त्यक्त्वा means त्याग देना, giving up. उत्तिष्ठ, get up, stand up. Parantapa, O chastiser of enemies. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Partha, do not yield to this degrading importance. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of enemy. हे प्रतापुत्र, इस तरह की हीन नपुंसकता को प्राप्त मत हो, तुम्हें यह शोभा नहीं देती. हे शत्रुओं के दमन करता, हृदय की क्षुद्र दुर्बलता को त्याग कर युद्ध के लिए खड़े हो. This is saying stand up and fighting. So let's see the purport. Arjuna was addressed as son of Partha, Pritha, who happened to be whom? The sister of Krishna's father Vasudeva. Right? Therefore, Krishna का कोई relation था. Krishna had a birth relation with Arjuna. Right? So अगर कोई क्षत्रिय है ये बोल देता है कि मैं फाइट नहीं करूंगा, that he is only for the namesake that क्षत्रिय. Similarly, अगर कोई ब्राह्मण की एक्टिविटी नहीं करता है तो he is an unworthy son. That is what he says. So यहाँ पे अर्जुन is addressed with different names. पहले भी अर्जुन के कई नाम दिए गए हैं. किसी को याद है कौन कौन से नाम दिए गए हैं? धनंजय बीस जो धन को लेके आते हैं. Then Partha, son of Pritha. Then Gudakesha, who can control the sleep. and
Rishi Krishna.
Kapidwaja. Kapidwaja means Kapi, याद है? Kapi, one who has whose chariot, who is Kapi? Kapi means monkey.
Flag was
Hanuman. So Kapi means monkey होता है, but not an ordinary monkey. It was स्वयं the exalted devotee Hanuman, जिनके ध्वज पे, जिनके रथ पे ध्वज है और ध्वज पे क्या है? हनुमान जी विराजमान है. So that is called कपिध्वजा. तो अर्जुन को यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया है? ये सारे नाम लिए गए, लेकिन भगवान ने यहाँ पे अर्जुन को ये सब नामों से नहीं बुलाया. उन्होंने क्या बोला?
Son of Pratha.
दो नाम लिए, एक प्रथा और एक क्या लिया है? परंतपा. परंतपा का मतलब क्या होता है?
जो शत्रुओं का
Parantapa means paran matlab enemy and tapa means who chastises, who can control, who can defeat, right? Who can subdue enemies. Yani parantapa means he is reminding, who are you? You are parantapa. You can kill everybody and move ahead, and you are saying so? Not allowed at all. Not allowed at all. Right? So Krishna is saying Arjuna as what? Parantapa. You are well known subduer of enemy and also the son of Partha, son of Pratha. Pratha क्यों बोला? Why he said Pratha?
Because he wanted to remind him that you are related to me, means he's again and again bringing him back.
No, there's a link. Why Pratha is told? Why Kunti Maharani name is coming here?
कुंती का नाम नहीं आया है.
पार्थ बोला ना? Son of Pratha, reminding. Why? मैंने बोला था ना, कोई भी वर्ड फालतू नहीं है इधर पे. There is a meaning of every word here. नहीं तो कुंती के क्या रिलेशन है उसमें? क्षत्रिय anyway, he is by birth, he is Kshatriya. Yudhishthira was also Kshatriya. So if you remember, he is actually spiritually the son of Indra. Right? कुंती को जो ये अर्जुन हुए थे, वो he is coming from Indra. Right? So who is Indra? Indra is a Kshatriya and he is well known for his battles and victories. So he is saying, you are a Kshatriya, you are a son of Indra. You cannot go back. You have to fight. A Kshatriya is expected to bring things in order. Right? In a kingdom, if there is a disturbance, एक क्षत्रिय को खुद बाहर जाना पड़ता है और ये करना पड़ता है. और ज्यादा पुरानी बात नहीं है, 100 साल पहले भी होता था. आज से 100 years back भी आप देखोगे कि जो राजा होता था ना, he will go out, put things in order and come back. That was the duty of a king. And if he is not doing, that was a problem. And even King Parikshit भी भागवतम में भी है, King Parikshit भी बाहर गए थे and he used to punish. एक बार King Parikshit बाहर गए और उन्होंने देखा कि एक आदमी एक गाय और बैल को मार रहा है और एक गाय के 3 पैर टूट चुके हैं. And immediately pulled a sword and said, I will kill you. And that person actually surrendered to the feet of महाराज परीक्षित. उनके पैर पे गिर गया. अब क्षत्रिय का दूसरा धर्म ये भी होता है कि अगर कोई पैर पे गिर गया, सरेंडर कर दिया, तो फिर उसको मार नहीं सकता. तो उन्होंने बोला ठीक है, मैं तो माफ कर दूंगा. तो उसने बोला कि मुझे रहने के लिए जगह चाहिए. बोला तुम हो कौन? And that person was nothing other than कली. तो उन्होंने बोला हमारे राज्य में कोई जगह नहीं है, तुम जा सकते हो. उन्होंने बोला मुझे तो चाहिए क्योंकि ये काल है, कली तो आएगी. उन्होंने बहुत प्लीड किया. Then he said, okay, I am giving you few places. और उन्होंने 4 स्थान दिए. Right? Now detailed story some other time. One of them was gold. Gold means wealth. I will live in wealth. कभी कहते हैं ना पैसे का घमंड हो गया तो कलयुग में वो होता है कौन. Right? So उन 4 जगह पे उन्होंने उनको अलाउ किया रहने के लिए. And that person was nothing other than Kali himself, personified Kali. So idea of telling that story is that a Kshatriya cannot bear the injustice to anybody at all. He has to fight. He has to come and he has to kill. Right? So that was the duty. And in fact, पहले जमाने में बोलते थे कि getting a capital punishment for a king was a blessing for a person, because that king was saving the person from going to hell. Shastras tell this. पर आजकल के जमाने में क्या है? पहले ऐसा होता था कि अगर किसी को पकड़ा और उसने गलती की और अगर किंग ने उसको सजा नहीं दी, he's not giving him the capital punishment in a gross cases, then that sin has to be taken by king himself. You did not do justice. But if the king is giving the capital punishment, king will not generate any sin And even the person who is getting killed because of the capital punishment will also not get any sin, and in this lifetime itself he will settle everything. He will not have to go to hell. But आजकल क्या है, capital punishment is being banned in many countries, है ना? Even आपने सुना होगा आंध्र में भी some two young men, they they have blasted a train and they have blasted a bus just to get some ransom money, right, long back. And इसके बाद क्या हुआ? They were given capital punishment by court, and they reached to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said they should be given the capital punishment as a death penalty. And then all of a sudden, all the NGOs, all the Human Rights Commission, and all these people started saying noise. No, no, it's not right. They have suffered a lot. They have already suffered a lot in the jail. We should not kill them. This, that, this, that. And this is a clear example of saving the body, not the soul. Clear example. What are you trying to say? First of all, they have done injustice. They should be killed. You are stopping them. That's wrong thing itself. Right? And even after that, they have another option also, plead to president. So they plead to president, okay, please pardon these people. No, they have done gross mistakes. They should be punished. Simple. No mercy. They deserve it. Anyways, so the idea is that what is being told, it is being told that this is wrong. And the same people, same NGOs, and same human rights activists, they will not say anything. वो कुछ भी नहीं बोलेंगे when 11 billion kids, 11 billion jivas are killed in the womb of the mother every year. इंडिया में आज भी 11 billion abortion every year होता है, every year, जिसमें से 1 lakh legal होता है because of the conditions of the mother, and 10 million illegal होता है. Actually और भी ज्यादा ही बिलियन ही है सर. हाँ नहीं तो उसमें वर्ल्ड के लिए है, वर्ल्ड लेवल पे बता रहा हूँ, मिलियन पे है वो. So the point is this, that why it is not there? Is that not the soul? By some machines, the doctor put something in the womb of your mother and mercilessly kill that child. Is that right? That's not right. That's also there. But just because they cannot cry, they cannot say anything, you just kill them. So we have to be very careful that what is the right compassion. Now God is slowly killing the first problem. What was that compassion? मुझे दया आ रही है. किस पे दया आ रही है? बॉडी पे आ रही है, सोल पे थोड़ी आ रही है. अगर आपको सोल पे सही में दया होगी, you will get the knowledge of soul to other people. जब हम कहते हैं ना कि हम लोग चैरिटी क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं, this is the biggest charity anybody can do, give the knowledge of the soul to anybody else. ऐसा नहीं कि पैसे नहीं देना चाहिए, पैसे भी दो, प्रसाद भी दो, सब कुछ दो. But what is the biggest charity you can do to anybody? Give the knowledge. That is the right compassion. तभी हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि अगर आपको अपने फैमिली मेंबर से भी right compassion है, try to give them the right knowledge कि who are we, what is soul, the right understanding. Yeah.
So, one question. So, when you say soul, right? Animal soul and human soul are different.
Soul is always same. Soul is soul.
Same.
The body is different.
Based on the quality of the soul, you get the human body, or how does it?
It will come slowly in the next verses. Don't worry, it will come. This whole chapter, second chapter, is about that. Okay, and same soul can take another body depending upon what he thinks at the end of the life. Antakale Maveva, Isparam Bhukta Kalevara. The shlok will come in 6th chapter, but I'll tell you, don't worry. Okay, so the idea is this: Arjuna is not understanding the meaning of compassion, right? Yeah.
किसी ने किल किया और उसे पनिशमेंट मिली तो उसे वो पनिशमेंट देना चाहिए, मर्सी नहीं करना चाहिए. दैट इज बिकॉज़ कि उसकी सोल को रिलीफ मिले आगे के लिए.
Yes, that's
बॉडी या उसके जो अभी के कर्मा अगर वो अच्छे कर्मा करने की लगा तो भी उसे मर्सी नहीं देना चाहिए.
नहीं, it depends who, first of all, who has the authority to do it. Laws of the land. अभी हम ये नहीं कर सकते, right? There is a law of the land. We have to follow that land at that time. लाइक प्रीवियस टाइम में 6 तरह के आतताई होते थे, शायद आप नहीं थे क्लासेस में, आपने नहीं सुना होगा. उन 6 तरह के आतताई में ना, अगर वो कोई भी ऐसा करता था ना, एवरीबॉडी हैज राइट टू किल. एनीबॉडी रिमेंबर्स व्हाट आर द 6 तरह के आतताई? एक जो कोई पॉइजन, अगर आपको किसी ने पॉइजन दिया, अगर आपकी लैंड किसी ने ली, आपकी वाइफ को किसी ने किडनैप किया, आपको किसी ने डेडली वेपन से अटैक किया, एंड 2 more आपके घर में किसी ने आग लगा दी एंड कॉपी पेन लेके आइए, आई एम सीरियस अबाउट इट, वी हैव क्रॉस्ड फर्स्ट चैप्टर। अभी चीजें बहुत बहुत डिटेल में आने वाली हैं और आपको लाइफ लॉन्ग हेल्प करेंगी चीजें, तो प्लीज लिखने की आदत डालिए। आई नो यू आर ऑल पेरेंट्स नाउ, बच्चों की लिखने की उम्र है, उनके स्कूल जाने की उम्र है, बट लर्निंग की कोई एज नहीं होती, ठीक है। मैं भी अपनी क्लास में जाता हूँ, मैं भी नोट्स बनाता हूँ, ठीक है। सो प्लीज कीप राइटिंग। सो ये जो 6 चीजें हैं ना, अगर ये इनमें से किसी ने एक भी आपके साथ करी है, यू हैव राइट टू किल, और शास्त्र बोलते हैं आपको पाप नहीं लगेगा। बट अगर आप ऐसा करोगे तो अभी क्या होगा, जेल जाओगे। सो दैट इज नॉट फॉर टुडेज टाइम। देश काल और पात्र में फर्क होता है। आज के टाइम में जो आज के रूल है, वी विल गो विद देम। पहले के जमाने में जब ऐसा करते थे तो उनको पाप नहीं लगता था, इसीलिए भगवान कह रहे हैं अर्जुन को तुमको पाप नहीं लगेगा, तुम करो, क्योंकि उसको पाप का टेंशन है ना, दैट वर्ड्स विल कम। सो उसके जो डाउट्स हैं भगवान एक एक करके क्लियर करेंगे, दैट इज ऑल भगवत गीता। ओके, सो आज के टाइम में अगर कोई ऐसा कर रहा है तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डू वी हैव अथॉरिटी और नॉट, एंड इफ समबडी अथॉरिटी इज देयर एंड दैट अथॉरिटी टेक्स अ डिसीजन अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, ही विल नॉट बी ब्लेम्ड। जैसे एक जज ने अगर एक केस सुनाया कि इसको फांसी दे दी जाए, तो कोई जज को पॉइंट आउट नहीं कर सकता, बिकॉज व्हाट जज इज डूइंग हिज ड्यूटी। बट जज कैन नॉट डू ए ड्यूटी, इसकी शक्ल अच्छी नहीं है, इसको फांसी दे देते हैं। ही विल लिसन बोथ द पार्टीज, he will listen all the arguments, based on the things that he is supposed to analyze, he will give a judgment. If that judgment is to give the death penalty, a death penalty will be given to that person, and that is the duty of a judge. But if judge does not do his duty, then judge also has to bear the sin of that particular activity that the thief has done. Does it answer, Mataji?
As you mentioned this death sentence, no, when King's time, when King used to kill them, the sins of that person will be removed.
He will be spared from that. Yeah.
So what was the point of मतलब next life में उसका karma zero हो जाएगा?
No, for that sin, not other sins.
But what is the point? He has to go through that karma, no, what he has done.
So,
Something bad
okay,
only.
something bad only he has done, and he has got the result in the same birth. So for that particular karma that he has done, he will not have to bear. But for any other sin that he has done that got unnoticed or that is not captured, he still has to go through. So you have to, I told now, you have to answer every word you speak, you have to answer every activity you do.
I thought everything.
No, everything doesn't become zero. Everything does. अगर हमने कोई एग्जाम दिया और उसमें 100 में 100 मार्क्स आ गए, that doesn't mean we are master of the subject. और अगर जीरो आ गया तो इसका मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि हमें सब्जेक्ट में कुछ नहीं आता. That is just point in time analysis of the result of an exam.
There is no प्रायश्चित or anything like that.
है, आगे आएगा. आगे आएगा, बहुत सारी चीजें आएंगी. And how does it make sense? How does it make sense? ये भी आएगा, प्रायश्चित भी आएगा, कर्मास भी आएंगे, सब कुछ आएगा. Don't worry. चल जाओ. So in general, people do not know what is compassion and how it can be applied. ठीक है, compassion को ना लोग बहुत समझते हैं, मतलब बहुत दया आ गई, किसी पे दया कर दी, नहीं. Compassion is a very different thing. It's a very logical, scientific thing. People should understand, because they do not know, they just apply it anywhere, right? And that's the wrong thing to do. Okay, perfect. So let's finish at least this verse. I'll not go to next one, but yeah. So Arjuna was the most intimate friend of Krishna, and Krishna was directly guiding him on the chariot. So Arjuna did not. So he said, "It does not fit you, Arjuna," right? So Arjuna might argue that he would give up the battle on the grounds of magnanimous attitude of the most respectable Bhishma and relatives, but Krishna did not consider that magnanimity not approved by authority. So just because किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, Krishna will not entertain it. He will listen and he will kill all those arguments. So Krishna is chastising here. What is the first word of the sloka? Kaibalyamma isma gama partha. How this impotency come on you? Do not have weak hearted. Right? So of course Arjuna would again come to different logic. Arjuna का logic क्या होगा? But Arjuna can see that we can see that Arjuna compassion is not right. क्यों? क्योंकि अर्जुन किस लेवल पे सोच रहा है? बॉडी लेवल पे. अभी आपका कंपैशन अलग हो सकता है, मेरा कंपैशन लेवल अलग हो सकता है. But are those compassion right? No, there should be standard which everybody should follow. Then only the right compassion will come out. And that standard of compassion किसने बताया? भगवान ने. भगवान is telling the reference. So when violence should be applied, and you are not applying a violence, that is the wrong compassion, that is a lack of compassion. So there is a total confusion and understanding what is the right compassion and what is the wrong compassion. That is the problem Arjuna is facing here. So Arjuna is completely confused. But Arjuna is doing one thing right. Arjuna has come to an intelligent person, a perfect master, Krishna, who will tell it is what is there and what is not there. So Arjuna is not done yet. Arjuna is not done yet, right? And he will give more reason for not fighting for them. Okay? Any questions? No? If you don't have a question, then I will ask the questions. Okay, fine. So help me understand this question now. Somebody comes to you, प्रभु जी आपने बोला था कि compassion body से नहीं रखो, हम दवाई, हम किसी को कोई बीमार पड़ गया उसको दवाई नहीं दें क्या? क्या कोई लोग बोलते हैं कि हमने मरने के बाद आंखें दान कर दी, नेत्रदान होता है ना, नेत्रदान करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए? Because that's a compassion to the somebody's body. What about soul? So is it a right compassion or a wrong compassion?
Right compassion.
अभी तो हमने सुना कि body compassion में ज्यादा पढ़ना नहीं है.
That's the right compassion.
These are the lessons we have to learn. क्योंकि एक क्लास में सुनने के बाद जाओगे ना, फिर आपको ये क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं, इसलिए मैं अभी से पूछ रहा हूँ. नेत्रदान करना कंपैशन है या नहीं है? करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए? अब भगवान तो कह रहे हैं कि भाई तुम सोल पे जाओ, या क्या करें? Should we do it or should we not do it?
We should do it.
We should do it. Okay. Okay. How many people feel we should do it? And how many people this is the right compassion? And how many people this is the only compassion? Okay. So see, we should not stop any of these activities. We can do these activities, but we have to understand that what is the real compassion. We have a body मिली है ना, with this body only we can do bhakti, with this body only we can have intelligence and learn things. That does not mean we leave this body, we will maintain this body, but we will not be completely only maintaining this body and forgetting everything else. जैसे हमारे पास कार होती है ना, you have to understand we have a car, so this car is like, our body is like a vehicle. तो जो कार को क्या करते हैं हम? मेंटेन करते हैं. कैसे मेंटेन करते हैं? कार में पेट्रोल डालते हैं, कार को क्लीन करते हैं, कार की प्रॉपर एवरी 6 मंथ में, 1 ईयर में जब भी सर्विसिंग टाइम होता है सर्विसिंग करते हैं, राइट? उसके टायर चेंज करते हैं. एवरीथिंग वी डू टू मेंटेन द कार. बट वी नो वन थिंग, वी आर नॉट दिस कार, वी आर सेपरेट, दिस कार इज सेपरेट. Similarly, we have to understand we have this body, but we are not this body. We are the soul. This body is given on the soul. So what we will do? We will maintain this body, right, to the level it is required, not beyond a point. Because if we maintain it always beyond a point, we will forget who are we. We are actually soul. Correct? So that understanding should always be there, that who are we. That is the whole essence of this chapter, right? Because as long as you have this body, ना, suffering has to be there. बीमारी तो आने ही वाली है. अभी सर्दी जुकाम हुआ है, थोड़े दिन बाद दांत टूटेंगे, उसके बाद आंखों की रोशनी कम होती है तो चश्मा लगता है, फिर कानों की भी रोशनी कम होती है. We have seen all this in people, right? लेकिन हमें लगता है हमें नहीं होगा, हमें भी होगा. जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुखा दोष दर्शनम, ये तो सबको होने ही वाला है. So सफरिंग तो कभी नहीं जाने वाली. Then what we should do to avoid this suffering completely? If you can train somebody in that area, that is the right compassion. Okay, so otherwise that is not the right compassion. It is not the right compassion otherwise. Got it? So what is the biggest benefit? Complete permanent freedom from the misery is the right compassion for everyone. Okay, so we can always do that, right? Any doubts, any questions? So we should not see that this spirituality or bhakti is merciless. No, it is not saying don't maintain your body, but it is also telling you that you are not the body. You are something else. You are somebody else. Who is that somebody? You will start slowly understanding with second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So 12:2, we should go to next verse, or we should talk something else. Next verse.
No.
How many people are ready? Okay. How many people not ready? How many people are thinking प्रभु जी बुरा मान जाएंगे हाँ या ना दोनों बोलेंगे? Those who did not raise the hand. Okay. Yeah, I have couple of more things to talk. So, and what I have thought, we have to talk something every time. There are few topics that I always leave. So I will stop.